Sorry, protecting your child is part of your job as a parent, but it can be easy to fall into the danger of overparenting. And parenting expert Michelle McVittie is here with more. What is considered overparenting?
Overparenting is when it's getting in the way of your child building their own resiliency and life skills. So our anxiety or maybe our past experiences, messages from our past get in the way of letting our children try and maybe even fail.
Why do you think parents do that?
Because it's well-intentioned. They want to protect, but then we get to the point where we're overprotecting and we're stopping them from being able to learn. And some kids will rebel, and some kids will learn, you know what, maybe I can't do this, so I'm just not going to.
What can happen? Like, what are the drawbacks of overparenting?
Well, there's a dynamic with the kids. So if you have one child that is saying, Mom, I want to do more. My friends are doing this. I want to do this or that. And you have a parent that's saying, I don't care what everybody else is doing. You're staying home. You're not doing that. Then a child is going to think, hey, what have I done to prove that you can't trust me? And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sneak out the back door, or I'm going to lie to you, and that can turn into a push and pull and a difficult dynamic between parent and child.
How has parenting changed over the years? Like when I was a kid, I could jump on my snowmobile or my bicycle and be gone for an entire day. Is that still the case now?
I think it can be. I think there's a lot of information out there because you can quickly turn on your phone and see all the information, whereas when we were growing up, it was like 11 o'clock news, right? And so there's so much information. Parents see that, they catastrophize, and then they think we need to hold our kids tighter. And those experiences taught you life skills. And if you maybe made a mistake, maybe your parents would talk to you about it, but you need an opportunity. Brain is under construction until 25. If you do not give opportunity, your children will not learn.
Has technology made it easier for parents to overparent? Has it caused a problem?
Yes. I think it's good and bad in a lot of ways, but I think there's a lot of bad because it's constantly on, we're constantly watching, and there's a lot of opinion-based information that we just trust because they talk with authority, and we need to know who are we getting our information from and how much information is too much information.
Now, in terms of overparenting and I guess the risks for kids, are there any more risks now than there used to be, or are they you're just more aware of the dangers out there?
I think overparenting has always been a thing. I think right now we're being more conscious parents. So what I hope is that if this resonates with you, that you say, can I change a pattern here? Do I want to do things differently? Is this getting in the way of my child doing well? Because I've done it. I've overparented. I've been anxious. I've said no. But if I didn't do that, my child would not be in BC, in university, playing NCAA. She would have been by my side, right? So it's a tricky question.
How do you find the balance then?
You have to find the balance. I think that's where you can reach out for support. You and your partner maybe have a different dynamic. One person is maybe a little more laid back, maybe a little more strict. Find the balance and talk to your children. See what they want to do and help them step out of their comfort zone in gradual steps.
And how important is it for each parent to each parent to be on the same page? Like you can't have kid run to the mom for the softer issues and go to the dad for the...
You're right. You're right. So I think that can be a bit of a sticky point as well. That's why I see parents, because one parent is saying, I can't do this, don't do this. So the other parent just says, forget about it. That parent is just going to get upset. Let's just not get into this. And then the child learns to push and pull and split the parents. So really being on the same page, working on each other's strengths, communication is key, and getting support if you're not quite sure where to go.
Then you've got two kids, and
yes.
How do you make sure that you raise them in kind of the same fair way?
Fair does not mean equal.
Okay.
So each child needs something different. So I think that's another piece where maybe one child, no big deal. The other child, you're thinking, why can't they get this? They need more patience, more understanding, more skill, but they'll eventually get there.
How did you navigate that with you have a 20-year-old and a 16-year-old?
Yeah, I think some of it was trial and error, but also because of my education, because of what I understand and I learn, I went I went with my gut, but I also went with what theory said, and I saw my kids thriving when I did step back. I saw the proof when things weren't going well, I had to reassess and move forward.
All right, where can people find you and get some information and ask you some questions themselves?
Yeah, they can get my website, momthemanager.ca. I'm all over TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I'm everywhere.
All right, Michelle, thank you very much for your time. Plenty more Morning Live coming your way. Stay tuned.